Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel tagged Everyday Life. Here I bring you gist of our everyday life, suggested topics from you, and also life coaching. But before we continue, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also click on the bell icon to notify you whenever I drop a video. And don't forget to drop a like after watching my video, please. So guys, today our topic is relationship matter. This relationship matter is a very broad matter. It's a very broad topic. Like, it might take me 2 to 3 weeks to wrap everything up. Like I said in my previous video, I'll be dropping my videos every Tuesday and Fridays, and then I believe that I would be able to wrap it up within 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. Now, when we talk about relationship, what does it simply mean? Relationship can actually be defined as a way a person or two are actually related. It can be 10,000 persons, but how are they actually related? So guys, this brings us to the categories of relationship. Firstly, we have the family relationship. Secondly, the peer group relationship. And thirdly, the colleague relationship. Last and not the least, which I'm here to emphasize on, is the romantic relationship, which I also refer to as the love relationship. Okay guys, firstly I said the family relationship. So the family relationship is not a relationship you build. You guys are actually related by blood. So you guys don't need to build any relationship because you are actually related by blood, which means blood is very thicker, it is stronger. You guys have a very strong bond. Okay. So the second one is peer group relationship. Peer group are actually friends. Like, maybe let's take for instance, you packed into a new neighborhood, you met your neighbor and you're like, hey, hello, how are you doing, stuff like that, and you want to know things about the person and the person wants to know things about you. You guys are actually building a relationship. Or you might be walking on the way and then you meet somebody coincidentally and then you guys turn to friends. That's just for peer group. Why the third one is colleague relationship. Colleague relationship is a relationship you build at your place of work. Like, a group of people with a group of people, like people you are working with, you guys are divided into group. That is a relationship. And the last one, and not the but not the least, is the romantic relationship. I'm actually here to emphasize, like I said earlier, I'm here to emphasize on this romantic relationship. Now, when we say romantic relationship actually is a bond or a relationship built by two persons. That's a married couple or a boyfriend and a girlfriend. Okay. So then, before building this particular relationship, we need to understand something called intimacy. We need to understand what intimacy actually is in a romantic relationship. Many of us here, most especially in African countries, we think that intimacy is a sexual feeling you have for someone. No, that is wrong. Intimacy actually means knowing someone deep down, like knowing, like having the full detail of a person. Like, this particular person, I know him, I know his, but I've done a background check, I know many things about him, his like and his dislikes, stuff like that. And then you are like, this particular person, can I actually stay with this person? Okay. So that is intimacy. You have to understand what intimacy actually mean in a romantic relationship. Next up is knowing what you want in a relationship. I've had series of experience. I've seen friends, I've seen families, friends, including myself. I've experienced such. When you don't know what you want in a relationship, you actually find yourself in different relationship. You find yourself moving from one relationship to another. Let me take myself as an example. When I started going into relationship, I went into the first one, I was like, this is not my relationship. I went into the second one, I was like, I don't like this relationship. I went into the third one, I was like, I don't really like this relationship. And then I sat down, I said, what do I actually want in a relationship? That was when I actually realized that I never made a plan. I never knew what I wanted in the relationship. I never knew what I wanted in a man. Same thing goes to many guys and many ladies. This is mostly common in ladies. When you don't know what you want, you find yourself cheating on your partner, which will actually break that relationship, or it will actually bring out something terrible from that relationship. So then I brought out a book and a pen, and I was like, okay, this particular person, I'm looking for a particular person that can love me, even if it is 60%. I wrote it down. This was a scale of preference. I prepared a scale of preference for myself. And the second one, I was like, okay, I want a man that is sexually active. I jotted it down. Okay, sexually active. Okay, check. Then the last one, I said I want a man that is financially buoyant. Even if he is not as rich as Dangote or Tedola, even if he is not famous, at least he should be able to take care of my needs. And I wrote it down. Okay, check. This is what I want. So then I said, if a man can be sexually active and financially buoyant, and then he doesn't love me up to this 60%, or if he doesn't love me up to 80%, I can actually take him and we can build our love. So I said, without this particular two, this sexually active and financially buoyant, I won't be able to cope in that relationship. And God so kind, things are going well. A friend of mine asked me, girl, how did you manage to build a relationship so far? I said, because I created a scale of preference. I said, this is what I want in my relationship. This is the kind of man I want. This is the kind of woman I want to be in my relationship. I don't want to be a cheat. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. Okay? So guys, you should know what you actually want in your relationship. If possible, you can actually prepare a scale of preference like me. There is nothing harmful there. To avoid stories, to avoid mistakes, to avoid accidents. Okay? That's it. So then, another thing I observed in many relationships, you want to be a receiver and you don't want to be a giver. My dear, if you're a lady, if you're a lady and you're financially buoyant, and your man is actually financially buoyant, and then a lady, mostly they'll say, his money is my money, his money is our money, but my money is my own money. My dear, nobody is dragging it with you. What you have to do, support in the house, support people, support your partner. If you're a married couple, then you can go to the grocery store and buy groceries. It is not bad if you take care of the groceries at home. It is not bad if you go out for shopping, if you shop for yourself and then you shop for your own partner. There is nothing bad there in supporting your partner. You need to learn how to be a giver. Same thing goes to guys. There are some guys out there, they'll be like, my lady is like this, she's like this. Have you asked yourself, what am I doing wrong? You say she's a changed person. Maybe you're the kind of guy that actually brings flower home to her, or you actually send her love text messages, romantic messages, stuffs like that, and then suddenly you changed. Maybe you move from 90% to 30%, man, and then you start complaining, this lady has changed towards me, or the lady is complaining, this guy has changed towards me. Ask yourself, what have I done wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I not doing correctly? Before you start putting the blame on someone. So guys, if you can actually work with this, maybe you're having problems in your relationship right now, ask yourself, what am I not doing right? Was there something I was doing before that I stopped doing? And ladies, lest I forget, maybe you were dating a guy. When you were dating a guy, you were dressing all nice, you were looking cute, looking sharp, you love putting on makeup, and then that man meets you. It was like, I love you, I like you like this, and then boom, you got married. You changed. You started putting on wrapper, you started looking untidy, you no longer make your hair, you're no longer looking sharp, because you said you are married, you're in your husband's house. Do you know you're using your own hand to decrease your love in your husband's heart? Do you know that can actually affect your relationship? It affects a lot. Maybe when you and your husband, when you guys first met, he told you he loved the way you behave, the way you dress. He told you he loved many things about you, and then you changed from 90% to 30%. My dear, you are decreasing your own love. You are decreasing the love your husband has for you or your boyfriend has for you with your own hand. And then you don't have to blame it on someone else, that this particular person did this person did that, my husband is not like this, my boyfriend is not like this, he's cheating on me, he's cheating on that. So you don't have to complain. Okay, so correct these mistakes if you are currently having a problem in your relationship right now. So then if you are in a relationship as well, like I said previously, intimacy matters a lot. You need to know your partner deep down. You need to know many things about your partner. You need to know if your partner is a womanizer. We have this commonly in men, and many ladies try to change their boyfriend or their husband to what they are not. If he was a womanizer when you guys were dating, fine. You are supposed to bear it in mind that this man is a humanizer. I can't change him. He has been doing this ever since we met. Okay, I can't change him. Then if you are going into that marriage, you should have it in mind that you are going to bear, and you are not supposed to complain. Because when you start complaining, you are decreasing your love and you are also breaking your home. Okay, so then you have to know if he's a womanizer, if he's a sex addict, if he's a drunkard, if he's a smoker. You should know, because in this life you can never change someone. I know they say change is constant, but when change is constant is when that particular person decides to change themselves from a bad way to a good way, or from a good way to a bad way. You might be dating a guy and he's not a humanizer. Then when you guys get married, he starts humanizing. My dear, just know it's nature. Change is a constant thing. It is a very, very, very constant thing in human life. So then, that's it. Let me say, for example, I'm not going to disclose anybody's name here, but I had a friend that got married, and she came to me one day and she was like, see girl, my dear, please, oh, I have something to tell you. And she was like, oh, my dear, this is how my family is, this is what is going on, my children are doing this, my husband is doing that. And I told her, how did you take care of your children? And she was like, I actually go to work very early, my husband is the one doing this, and is the one doing that, is the one petting the children, is the one doing this. And I told her, how do you expect your husband's love to continue the way he used to be? It can never. Instead, you are killing it. As a woman that is married, you are supposed to create time for your kids and your family. You are supposed to create time for your family. No matter the work, if you know you can't do it, or you are scared of bringing in house help, you can actually get a nanny, a very old nanny that can take care of your kid. Not the one that is very old, like matured nanny. If you have the fear of my husband is going to the house help is going to snatch my husband, stuff like that. So then you have to create time for your family, like extra time. And I also asked her, dear, this is it. Like I said in my previous video, did you actually do a background check about your husband? And she said, I did it. When I met him, he does not drink. When I met him, he does not humanize. When I met him, he does not do this. When I met him, he does not do that. I said, change is a constant thing. Change is a constant thing. The only thing you have to do is for you to pray for him. Say, God, protect my husband from every evil out there. Protect him from every diseases. Protect him from his evil friends. Protect him from everything that is evil out there. Protect him, and also change his mind from bad to good. That is the only good thing you can do for him at that moment. And also you have to support him. So she's like, how can my husband be drinking and humanizing? You expect me to support him? I said, my dear, that's where many people do mistakes. You have to pray for him. And I asked her, or do you want to divorce him? She said, no, I said, then what else? She said she's going to fight them. I said, you're going to kill yourself. The only thing you need to do is pray for him. For him to God. If possible, do fasting and prayer. And say to yourself, okay, oh Lord in heaven, this is what I want from my husband and this is what I don't want from him. And I believe you there. They say prayer make all things works. Prayer works a lot. You have to also build your relationship with prayers. Forget that we are in this 21st century. You have to build your relationship with prayers, with trust, with love, loyalty. Every positive thing should be there, no matter how your partner is. Whether he's a drunkard, whether he's a drunkard, a womanizer, a smoker, you have to support them. You don't have to leave them at their trying times. And also, ladies that go into marriage out of pity, how long will you have pity for the man? Did you ask yourself? You have to ask yourself, this person I'm dating, am I going to be able to stay with him? Will I be able to last with him in a relationship? Will I be able to stay with him for long? Will I be able to cope with all his behaviors? Will I? That is what you should ask yourself. You have to prepare your mind that this is what you are going in for. Not that when you go in, you rush out. Some ladies, like I said earlier, you have to prepare a scale of preference. You hear that some ladies, they got married. Next thing, they are going out with a rich guy. Or next thing, they went back to their ex. If you check that family very well, if you check the cause of their divorce, you would find out that they didn't do a background check. They didn't check if this person is whom they would be able to spend the rest of their life with. They didn't check. They didn't do any background check. That is where you find some ladies going back to their ex, all because their husband is not sexually active or their husband is not financially buoyant. And also, maybe their husband doesn't love them. Some ladies of nowadays, what they use in luring man into getting married to them is pregnancy. How long will you carry that pregnancy? It's just 9 months. When you give birth to that child, the affection will change. If a man doesn't love you, my dear, don't force yourself. Look for someone else, or someone will actually find you. Don't force yourself into a relationship whereby you're going to be brutally abused. My dear, this is all you need to know in every romantic relationship you are into. And you should know your limits of everything you're doing. Like, let everything you're doing have limits. Let what you say outside have limits. What you say inside as well, to your husband or to your boyfriend or to your girlfriend, let it have a limit. Not everything you say to him, everything has to have a limit. It needs limits, serious limits. Because when you are aware of the kind of relationship you are into, it will help you to face the challenges of every relationship. Whatever challenges that come from every relationship, you will be able to face it, no matter how hard it is. So you have to understand all these things. So guys, thanks for listening to this one. I'll be dropping the requirements and the other parts of this relationship matters. Like I said, it is a very, very broad matter. It is a very broad topic. So guys, wait for my next video where I'll be dropping some requirements of in a relationship and space, stuffs like that. So guys, don't forget to drop a like button. And also, I would really appreciate if you guys follow me on Instagram at Baby Joy for gospel videos every Sunday by 5 p.m. Okay? So guys, see you in my next video. Thanks.